Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do another vlog. I have a new camera to test out. This is actually my daughter's camera. She's also doing vlogs. So I haven't been doing as many vlogs lately as I had been last year. Still doing flight videos, still flying, still organizing local pilots in Bucks County, but I'm going to keep doing vlogs, not as often, but probably every few weeks or so I'm going to do a vlog when I have a topic to talk about. So today I have a topic that I want to talk about, and that is how do you find spots? So we recently have had trouble with spots lately. It turns out that we can't just fly wherever we want to, where we live. It's hard to, we can't fly in state parks, we can't fly in national parks, we can't fly, technically we're allowed to fly in county parks, at least we thought we were, but we have been having run-ins with the local park rangers, and we've basically been getting kicked out of places. So that all really sucks. But it kind of leads me to the question of today, and the question a lot of new, and actually pretty much all pilots have, like, where do you fly? So if you can't fly in the local parks, and you know it's really tough to find spots, one place you can look are local business parks. So this is my office building. If you look at this area, this is a really huge area, and it's completely unused on the weekends. So this is like a huge complex, lots of open space. A lot of it is over concrete, so that's not always ideal, especially if you're a beginning pilot. It's also close to an airport, but it's outside of the restricted range, so it's right outside of that 5-mile perimeter, which is good. So you can actually hear a plane going now, but it's pretty high up there. So, so the number one feature in this spot is that there's no people in this spot. So this is very empty. It's a lot of space. So the number one thing I look for in a spot is it has to be empty. You don't want the public there. You want to feel confident that when you're flying, especially if you're trying new things, that you can do so without hitting any people and causing any damage. That's the number one thing, is really about safety, and it's also about your confidence as a pilot. The second part is I like to look for a place that has obstacles of some kind. So a lightly densely populated tree area is what I think is really cool. So I'm gonna see if I can get this camera. This is the part of the where two office parts kind of like intersect. You can see there are a lot of like really widely spaced trees here, and I'll show a flight video of me going through here. But I didn't have a very successful time today, but there are lots of little nooks and crannies here in this spot. And there's other places like that in this spot here too. You'll see lots of trees, and the reason why trees are cool, especially trees that aren't too tall, is that it helps you practice your freestyle. It'll give you some natural gaps, and you get some reference points so you can start doing those flips and all that stuff you need to do to improve as a pilot. And it's also cool just for exploration. You like to be able to fly your quad around and exploring little areas. There's lots of little small areas like that, like I just showed you here in this area, where you can kind of find places to fly, which makes it interesting. So, because it's easy to burn out on a spot pretty quickly, and that's something you want to happen. So, open, free of people, number one. Obstacles, number two. Enough space, number three. So this is way more space than I need, but when you're looking for a spot, you need at least enough space, like the equivalent space that you'd have in a soccer or a baseball field. You definitely need a little bit of space when you're flying these things. So that's something to look out for. But that being said, once you start getting pretty good at it, you may find that you can actually make do with some pretty tight spaces, as long as they have, just enough space for you to be able to fly around in. But either way, space is important. So space, obstacles, and safety, free of people are the main things I look for in a spot. Another key, this is like a bonus feature of a spot. So if you can find a spot that has a pretty good, like, not obstacle, but like an artistic looking feature that you can put into a video, like, that's a good thing to have. So in one of my previous videos, link to it here, I was able to fly around the tower and then dive it, and it just gives you an interesting thing. If you're interested in making videos, that's something you want in your video. You want something that when you're looking at it later in the future, you want something to say, oh wow, that's really neat, I remember doing that. if it's something that can really show off your skills, or if there's some risk involved, like that's always cool too. But that's more of an added bonus. So let me know what you guys think. How do you guys find spots? I mean, this has really been a struggle we've been working with a lot in our meetup group. We're really trying to find not only a spot, but a spot where a group of like 10 people can fly and not be bothered by anyone. We know it's safe. There's enough visually interesting things to fly around, and it's safe, and we're not gonna get kicked out. So that's actually pretty challenging. I've been learning it's a pretty challenging thing to do. It's a little bit easier when you're one person or two people. It's a little bit harder when you're 10 people. So how do you guys find spots? Let me know in those comments. Where is that finger? Those comments down there. I need to know how to find spots. I need some tips. So let me know, and then yeah, that's it. Happy flying, and enjoy these randomly spliced in videos of me flying around random business parks. Talk to you later.